Hello guys, good evening, welcome, happy daylight saving today guys. Welcome to some running in the Ferrari 488 499 F488 whoops 499 hypercar at Fuji guys. We're looking forward for a 90-minute race. We're just about hitting the track, we're just about getting ready for our first couple laps here. We'll take it from there, guys. Interesting racing to be coming up. I think we're going from like midday light into nighttime in the actual race, so that will surely be interesting regarding the tire temperatures overall. Remember, those cars, those tires, to be quite reluctant to heat up around Fuji, despite it is a high load track, lots of tight corners with a lot of pressure on the actual tire. Also, that high speed right-hander should certainly make the left-hand tire feel somewhat busy. Well, anyway, it's going to be interesting. So, usually I think we ran 28 flat in race trim. However, at daytime, so with much higher track surface temperatures, so that will be interesting. That 28.5 of Jules Neal in the Pug to probably be a good benchmark in the first couple of laps. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long we need to get close to that. Yerne. Me already practicing. Yeah, I'm just starting my first lap. I'm not sure if you want to really call it practice. In hindsight, I should have... Oh boy. Well, apparently I need some practice, as we can see. No jokes aside, I've obviously picked a setup that I've raced in this car before, so not too much practice should be required. However, I might be wrong. The struggle in that high speed right-hander in the LMP2 is real, as we have someone struggling there with the Ferrari on the way down towards this hairpin. Battery clipping is something that you really have to avoid in these tight, cornery sections, as it will be way too easy for the car to snap and spin around. Is it? I think it's 1 times fuel, 1 times tire usage. At least that's good in a way. Likes rotating a bit much there, I think. That will be a 2.5 second improvement. Or maybe not. It will. 0.6 apparently, but these were still 4/10 shy. In the timing sheets. But again, as I mentioned, with a cold ambient temperature, we're talking about 26 degree air, 35 degree track. Okay, it's not even that cold. It looks much colder visually. Still, I think that medium tire hasn't quite reached the peak temperature just yet, as we see. The car's still improving, and we've had to deal with that traffic. Come towards the low. .28 even maybe. Let's see what clear traffic run through this particular turn here means. .210 apparently. .28.4 as the prospect here. What was the core temperature of the tires? It's at 80. Potentially they can produce a little bit more performance. Hey Benny, me cheating? Cheating with what? Happy to hear your accusation. By practicing. You guys can't be serious with that, yeah? Oh, we're just trying to give you guys a little bit of a POV as in what's possible. You never know what's the race situation going to be look like. I think the actual fraud for you might be the fact that we're running hopelessly over fuel, like literally. I'm burning fuel way less than I thought I might, which is something that I need to check here. So last lap was 2.51 versus 2.89. Yeah, I'm running 10 liters too much of fuel. Whoopsie! I like my rim. It is an amazing rim. Over 2 years in service now. The GSI Formula Pro Elite version 1. Do I use all my buttons? So flash. That one is a broken one here. Oh, it's not broken, but it tends to misclick. So that is not being serviced, and I think the one below the same. It wouldn't be used to cycle through the HUD. And here I'm push to talking on Discord here. I'm push to talking on TeamSpeak. That obviously is the pit limiter, as we can see. That one is dead. That is TC override. Not even throttling the car, but still spinning. This one is dead. Well, not dead, but not having a functionality. That one's looking back. And then all those rotaries are bound. Esbedo, hello. Thank you so much. Appreciated your time. I might actually think about going one click upwards with the rear wing. Like, just because. Hey Alex. You gonna be in that race, Alex? Good boy. Keep it coming. How do you enjoy it so far? Ritual Horse, thank you for liking the video. Thank you for your like on the stream, much appreciated. Yeah guys, actually that's a good opportunity I'd like to pick up from. If you appreciate what we're doing, if you love our sim racing content here on R-Factor 2, or like we're doing right now, the more Ultimate, then please show your appreciation, become a follower on Twitch. Make sure to subscribe us on the YouTube channel. Make this community grow and enjoy the sim racing we do with us all together as we're improving that lap time thanks to our spin from the out lap, getting the tires on temperature straight away. Maybe actually even too much temperature. The core temp is still down, so here you also see what 10 liters fuel difference can do, as we will likely further improve the lap time now. Car is extremely tail happy though in the high speed turns. Like as soon as I start lifting into turn 3, I'm about immediately to spin. So whatever I do in that turn 3, I need to make sure to be 100% committed on what I do. Benny Not TV, that is very much appreciated. Real look. It's a bit of a bummer. In fairness, you know what? I'm gonna give it one more click rear wing. I am just too scared of randomly just losing it into turn 3. However, that may raise the question whether we could up the rotation. So let's see what we do. Esbedo, I'm so sorry I missed your rate with a party of 21. Very much appreciated, bro. How am I like in the third sector of the circuit? That is an interesting question, as of course on the one hand I could definitely like it because it's technical, but at the same time it is kind of blind apexes is going up and down. The car is constantly moving around, and you need to have the car pretty neutral, pretty well balanced to really attack the turns. I kind of hate last corner when you have to defend, because in last turn, if you get dived on the inside by someone, you kind of be already side by side on the exit of the turn, or on the apex of the turn. So, you know, because I'm gonna explain as soon as I go on my lap, because this is a bit hard to do so when you guys not seeing it. So now imagine if I would be hunting down that portion. As he goes around the outside, I could be up here at the inside, getting myself somehow alongside with him. And that makes it like impossible to defend from the front. Like the moment you commit on the outside line like the Porsche did, it is almost guaranteed that the other guy on the inside can like dive you and get your position. However, if you go defensive there and someone else is taking the long line, they are just having such a good exit, going straight away into your draft, into your slipstream, and then overtake you on the straight. So that is a little bit of a circumstance we need to consider when doing the racing here. So rear end is much more planted now in turn 3. So it is now about me doing 2 or 3 laps to see how the overall car balance is shifting. Alex, what do you guess? Coffee or tea? The Fried X. Hello. Things are alright. Things are good. Things for you guys. So a little out view on the upcoming week, guys. On Wednesday we have round 4 of the Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship. I'm not even sure where we're racing. Is it Barcelona, I think? Either way, it's something to look out for. I'm gonna do some practice on that on Monday. Then of course Monday, clip reaction to the Le Mans Ultimate clips. Might do that as a video on demand on a Tuesday though. Then of course Wednesday, the Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship round 4. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Virtual Endurance Championship round 3 with the 8 hours of Monza, as far as I'm concerned. So good amount of racing action going on for you guys on Saturday. Yeah, James Baldwin is a legendary fast esport driver. And it's also like, I've raced him a couple of times here on Le Mans Ultimate. I can assure you, it is anything else but easy to win against the driver of his class. That is for sure. Rearing 5 is obviously a bummer when it comes to the straight line speed. I have to fight for it. So next lap is going to be a good indication for me, as in what to do. In all fairness, Rearing 5 just feels like the more safe opportunity. However, as you've seen, trying to hunt down that Porsche now, that was us having a significantly hard time to get closer, yet even to get by here on the main straight, so a little bit of a concern. Ah, damn it, that's too far. Obviously what I will want to see now is, with the additional rear wing, we have an improved timing through final sector. Because that would mean I then have also the opportunity to create a little bit of a required gap that I might need for the long straight to not get overtaken. But all I'm doing right now is screwing up the turns one by one. Yes, I do use the clutch on my steering wheel if it is necessary to do so. Well, too late. And this is the concern. I think I'm gonna stick with rearing 4, to be honest. If anything, I'm gonna lower the rear right height by a click. Simply because it otherwise... I'm gonna call it a V3 though. It otherwise might just be too easily spinning on me. Sorry, not too easily spinning, but not rotating enough on me. I'm so sorry, I have a... Whenever there's sun out, which is what we had today, my eyes are gonna start burning. Right, I got 6 more minutes in this practice session, which is why I'm leaving it, because there is another 15 minutes until we actually get to the event. I thought there is only one practice server. So let's see then. Yeah. Hey Yanis, we're doing good, we're doing great. How about you, bro? Thank you for joining, everyone. Apart from that allergic reaction, really awesome. But my game doesn't seem to be like doing really awesome. What the hell? Yeah, busy week is coming up towards us. So we're gonna have a stream plan out either later today or tomorrow. Likely tomorrow, if I got to be entirely honest with you guys. Yanis, happy birthday then. Have a good one. What age you turning? Yeah, a lot of people have seemingly complained about Le Mans Ultimate crashing. It's a shame. But we love calling it. Same for everyone. My eyes. Not same for everyone. It's just pain for me. You what? What the hell is going on now? Sharon, are you around still? Yeah, I think I haven't raced it much after the patch yet. Is it that 48% buck again? Apparently not. 100%? Does it load into the game? Does it crash? What does it do? Aha. Cool. So we're taking the set. And we're gonna go again. With a little bit more daylight here. So then we are racing in a 90-minute race. Quickly having a fuel check. 90 minutes. I need to... Where did the stupid mirror now go? So we're doing 90 minutes times 60. The average race time is likely going to be 29s. So I think we're looking at 60, 61 race laps. It's literally just 2 fuel tanks straight. Probably fuel tank with a tire swap. Friday, thank you so much. Yeah, let's hope that this is not happening later on when we're going for the actual run. I mean, once we're on the server, we should be fine, generally speaking, but obviously you never know. but later. Way too late on the brakes for the cold tires. Yeah, like on rear wing 4, the car is just magically turning a lot more, especially as soon as you're coming back on the power. I think that little bit of the lower ends of the rear end should pretty much suit the car. On the other hand though, I need to check now whether the car still rotates at low speeds. Because this is where you obviously need the rake for the car to rotate. However, I think the more you can keep the car in a good state, also in the low speed turns, it will give good traction and so on. I think that this is much more important than having a favorable rake. .29.0. What do you mean the ranking up system for this game is broken? Ow. Yeah, but then that's not broken. That is what it is supposed to do. It's the same like iRacing, right? Alpine is an amazing sounding car, but it is just slow, I'm afraid. Hey, Evan. Evan, you're going to race? Oh no, wait, your equipment broke, right? When does your fix come for it? Hey Terry, Mr. Dante, how are you doing, bro? Finally. That car is still rolling a lot in the back. Evan, when do you think you're gonna be back on track? .28.3. Looks like that is sort of a sound barrier. I can't break through at the minute. I have to go out here to leave the space. Hard to say. Overall, feel alright. Good with the balance. Maybe one more try. Yeah. One more thing to try is going a click up with front ARB. Hey Matt. Appreciate the positive feedback, bro. Glad you enjoy the content, man. Shiny Carb, I raced GTEs this Thursday, apparently at Sebring with the Porsche. Damn it. Yes, a little bit more understeer here. I think generally speaking the better overall balance, hopefully. And lock in the rear is way too hard. I have to quite frankly admit, like, if Nipotesit is on race fuel, that is a quite scary lap time. To be entirely honest with you. Mauro, I don't think so. So I found another 10. But I think I'm gonna just call it a practice. Because quite frankly, better to quickly save the setup. One click higher here. One click higher there. Then save. And quickly, really be quickly into the actual event, because we've seen the crashes happening a lot then. So we don't need this 20 more seconds till we go. Pepper Prey. Well, the fried egg, I think iRacing and getting the Le Mans Virtual Series license is a no-no, because they would impose moving away from Le Mans Ultimate, which I think they won't do. Okay, so we're in, we're on it. So that's getting away. 15 minutes of qualifying. 15 times 60 divided by 88. It's actually 10 liters, 10 laps of 10 timed laps. Do I really want to run that long? I think I'd rather gonna do 6. 6 laps. Or 5. Let's just do 5. Hey, come in. How are you? I don't know. I don't think that MSG is partly owned by ACO. I just think that ACO is like really supportive with the license and the branding. Pretty much. Yes, come in. There's a lot of changes on the physics side every time. Like every 1.5 months they do major physics overhauls. Sure. So guys, a 15-minute qualifying is coming up, then we have a 90-minute race. And hopefully some good fun with that. Couldn't keep it on track. What was the difficulty for you there? And you need to balance the car with a 4-wheel drive through the fast corner. There's just no other way around doing it. But I wanna go with EP1 and the ARB. Just wanna have that little bit more front end, generally speaking. So, one box. So we have an idea. I think it is a pretty difficult way to get into pit road. Right, guys. Event is coming up. I hope you're doing alright. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. You guys are going to enjoy 90-minute race here around Fuji. I think no rain expected. I haven't checked the weather, but I don't think there was anything special about the weather, to be honest. Matt, I agree with you. Whatever happens, we need to hope, and we need to also do our part to make Le Mans Ultimate survive, that is for sure. Right. Quali is on, everyone. Oops. This is busy. The track's open. We have one Alpine here, which is interesting. Fast place all the way. That might obviously be the desired way to go for. Let's see if we can achieve it. A couple of GTEs still ahead. Anyway, like I've mentioned this a couple of times before, the first 2 or 3 laps are not gonna matter anyway. It is lap 3, 4, 5 onwards where the car is gripping with the tires and everything. Hey Arno, how you doing? Yeah, no group quali. Terry Sanders, is great to hear you enjoy Le Mans Ultimate. I think we all do here. I absolutely love the driving experience. Those hypercars, they... like you need to drive them really on the edge. Like really on the edge. It is of course a challenge, but at the same time... it feels so good if you achieve it, if you master it, if you just keep the car going in the right direction. So ideally I'd be able to overtake that Ferrari on the straight. On the main straight now. Unless he spins beforehand here. Yeah, I say ideally, that's not gonna happen. Which is a bit of an issue. But we have 3 more laps of fuel in the tank. It actually lets us go. That obviously is a mega tow. Now Vianney, we obviously can pretend that he will be running away. Enough in order not to cause trouble for us. Unless he's struggling big time with that BMW. What the hell? Yarney! Ah, he even aborts the lap for me. Kudos. Thank you so much. I think Yanni seems to be a little bit in trouble with that Beamer. Like, that was shocking how quickly I could close the gap. Unless he hasn't obviously pushed on the last 2 laps beforehand. Which would mean his tires not to be in the window just yet. I'm running just one monitor. No triple screen, nothing of the lights. Unlucky with the traffic. Now I need to manage traffic myself. What do we have in front? Oh, hell of GT cars. 7 seconds slower. Yanni is now coming from the back, so what I'm going to do is a bit controversial, but I'm gonna let Yanni by here. In the hope that I can keep my tires up in temperature. Then I'll let this guy go as well. Come on. It is a 49-inch ultra wide, you know. Yeah, with that, we can park the car and take it out again. Nice HUD issue. And the opposite. 3.5 tenths. It's close. It is really close. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you really need to make sure to have races where you really stay safe. Did they take people out on purpose, or was it just like random carnage because skill issues all around? I can do 26 with the car, I'm sure. Kevin Siglari, thank you so much for the raid with a party of 30 people. How you guys doing? Hope you have a good stream. What were you racing? I assume you were on Le Mans Ultimate as well. So my big issue is the tires are not warmed up. But I'm going on the first lap now with a fresh set of tyres. Yeah, tires are not yet ready. That is a bit of a shame because, as you can see, there will be possibilities to improve by 2/10 or so. Okay, I need to just get by that GTE, then I should have a little bit of a clean racetrack ahead for a couple of hypercars at least. So what we're going to do is trying to heat up these tires a lot more. Just some advanced races. How did they go, bro? Hope you had a good feeling on it and a good improvement. So, I need to hope that Danny Anjoua is having a look in his mirrors and being on his outlap. Anything else is probably sort of fine. And he's not looking. He's not looking like... Bro, honestly, what the fuck are you doing, man? I can't do more than just flashing my stupid headlights at all times. Anyway, he's costed me a 10th already at this stage. Now we can abort the lap. We're 3:40 to go. We'll have fuel for 2 more laps, time for 2 more laps. Actually 3, no 2. Yeah, just about. Yeah, sorry guys, forgotten a little bit high there on emotions. It's just... I hate seeing it that way. That way unfolding. Almost went in too deep. Thank you, Jerome. No good exit out of 4. Okay, we're still good. We're still going. It's too far on. Oh, no cut. Yeah, but way too direct. Oh, I got jumping around a little. Perhaps should have aborted it, but can't fix it now. Jules Neal got way too close for my comfort. That is a bit sus, like... Come on! Too far. Ah. Mamma mia. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I don't think this is the maximum of the car, but it's the maximum of what I could do in those circumstances now. And it's okay. Whether it will be P1 or P2, Jerne is still on the run. That always has to be scary. Ah, he comes for the pits. So that's good. Guys, I'll be right back. Quick pee break, then we go. Right. Here we go. We are jumping into the car. Headlights on. Yeah, likely 61 laps. Are we going to have a shorter second stint? But yeah, let's see how it eventually will go. I hope we're gonna have a good fun. We're gonna have a good race. Racing on Sunday is awesome. It's amazing. Guys, and if you love the content, if you appreciate what we're doing here, take the moment to hit the subscription button, give the video a like, give it a thumbs up, follow us on Twitch, and of course, enjoy the content that we do as we're now coming to the race. So, we're getting up to the speed. Is the maximum power deploy in order to not run into battery clip in. And then we hold the speed, wait for the green. Green, green, green. Yeah, and he's gonna try it. With the BMW speed. Ooh. Very, very lucky of us. So, first lap, so far so good. Set so far so good. This is so far going too deep. Jules is close. I think Jules is like really going for an opportunistic run here in the beginning. Let's see how it goes. What happened to Neposit? Sorry. He dropped to 8th. Probably a little bit of argy-bargy. It's not going to be an easy race, not at all. Like, that BMW, I'm fearing it. I think BMW has a really nice efficiency. Not sure how much it got nerfed over the last couple of game updates. But I'm fearing a BMW, and I'm certainly fearing any car in the hands of Janis Simoncic. You have to fear, you know? So I need to remind myself about how to drive this LMH hypercar. To be over the brakes on rotation. To get the car really rotate around. Wix Bold, I don't think there's any new content coming towards RF2 really. Jules Neal is on it. Just good 3/10 back. Let's see on the straight. I think he might run a little bit more wing than me. It's just like, look at it, he's hardly gaining anything here on the straight line. Just good for me. I wouldn't call R Factor 2 dead. Remember, it still has like a huge community that's doing modding and so on. And I think this is what we need, and this is where the magic's gonna be. Yeah, but you know, like, we can be happy for as long Motorsport Games is able to focus hard on Le Mans Ultimate, right? Because that is obviously their main title that they are working on, and that is also our major concern that we need. To me right now, Le Mans Ultimate is more important than R Factor 2, which sounds harsh because obviously R Factor 2 has been my home for over 10 years. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge the fact that especially Le Mans Ultimate has brought a new technology out, and that technology needs using, that needs further development and so on. And I think that's what we're on about, right? As much as we all have loved R Factor 2, it is not gone for good. Yes, it might not receive any further content updates in terms of cars or tracks from official side, but still, there's a shitload of modders out there that take care of getting that stuff done. I think we have to hope that once Le Mans Ultimate is finished and also the bigger content additions is there, so like, you know, 2025 liveries and 2025 cars and tracks and so on. Once that is in, we severely have to hope on Motorsport Games, or especially Studio 397 still existing, and then pursuing the work for a potential R Factor 3. Which to many of us might be a considerable option. I'm ever so slightly locking up too much into these low speed turns, and it's really annoying to me. So, we're slightly, ever so slightly improving the gaps here. I would need to do a tad faster though overall. Would be possible if I didn't outbrake myself every now and then. See how this wave of traffic is helping or hindering us. Far so good, everything the way I wanted it. This is a bit of a different story, I'm afraid. Yane has profited big time now in this lap. So let's see how that's. But like Yane doesn't have the fastest of straight line speeds either. And I think the BMW has been especially one of the cars that has been pretty quick in the straight line. So I wonder if Yane has compromised his setup a lot for stability, consistency and so on. Looks quite like that, to be honest. Sorry. Terry, what do you mean my team is running in third? Like I'm racing Ferrari. Anything then team is running in second as well. This is a relatively close battle here. How much further to the rear, to the front, I still need to put the brake bias. This is insane. So this time we might be in trouble. Okay, nice switchback. I've got to give that to him. Or is that simply the thing of running in ahead of a car? I mean, it will be interesting to see now if Jules is just able to run away. And now he's starting to struggle with the balance like I did beforehand, you know? Remember what I told you a couple of times already? That when you are... And it is just a feeling with me, when you are in the hunted position... So in that case, if you are Jules Neal right now, you're suffering so bad from me sitting right on your rear wheel, on your rear wing. Mark's getting out of the way. says, seen that, been there. Ah, slight touchy. Did I run too deep? You guys think I need to yield that position again? Or was it fine? Can he be sitting there rubbing his hands and be like, yes boys, keep fighting, you're doing that great, you're doing that amazing. He'll love seeing all that. And I would say that the toe-in has a significant effect, especially on the straight line speed, but also in the way the car's behaving in the long run. Like, I think there is a not too neglectable effect on that one. Oh boy, what am I doing? That was a slapstick exit. Like, really dumb. That was almost even worse dumb. But again, the moment I went in behind Jules, I could be aggressive on the brakes without any lockup of the rear. Now as Jules is close behind in the heavy braking zone, I tend to lock up the rear immediately. Car just feels a little bit more unpredictable. I'm the most excited on Lusail because we've had a version of Interlagos already in our factory. We never had Qatar. So I'm looking forward to that most. Although I know a lot of you people will call me odd. But I assume the majority would be looking forward to Interlagos. Just because everyone is so hyped about Interlagos usually. Hence I assume from a business POV that Studio 397 is first going to release Interlagos. Because I think the potential amount of sales with that track might be higher. You get what I'm saying? Oh, what did Jules now do? So Yane has roughly the same straight line speed than me. A bit slower. Let's see what happens between those two. In the meanwhile, I'm looking forward. Well, I'm not looking forward, but I have to. On that traffic. I think I did a pretty stupid idea to take it around the outside there. See you the Friday. Have a good one. Enjoy the dinner. Things you love to see when being in the lead is knowing exactly the next time you're gonna hit the traffic, you're likely to get screwed in a high-speed area again. I think I'm lacking a little bit of performance in those entrances of turns. So yeah, NA seems now starting the push. I would have needed Jules a bit longer in between him and me. I think again, NA might have the benefit in fuel here. Well, certainly having him that close, sitting on... I'll need to try something now. Sitting that close on the rear wing is obviously going to get him a huge draft. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. Eh, fuck's sake, honestly. The Porsche was moving, bro. He would have come straight into my line. Doesn't help. Need to get by again. Well, here's the battle all you guys have wanted for a long time. But once again, I have the feeling that my Ferrari just suddenly starting to operate better in the dirty air than it does when there is a car behind. Don't even know how to explain it. Oh boy. But it just happens. No, we're not testing off-road physics. Just in stupidity mistakes. Yanni has a major benefit, I think, here in turn 3. And that one lap he came flying so close to me that it was ridiculous. It would just personally be vital to regain track position, to be fair. Which means I need to start driving a bit more wiser, as in more smooth and more controlled. Less overdriving the car, which I think I've done it a bit, overdone it a bit too much lately. Because you can see here on the Delta, I should have a faster car. This turn I'm suffering the most, sitting in a dirty air though. This is where I probably lose most of the time across a lap. In the braking zones I should have a better car since I'm having LMH. This is where I should have needed to be closer. But it's fine. I'm doing good. It's those things that need to stop. And those. Oh, yeah. I put myself so much onto the back foot now. And then he can dive that car. I can dive him too, thankfully. But that is not what I would have expected under normal circumstances yet, though. Because I haven't expected it, the gap is now increased to a second. Go back with the ARB. This is where all the tragedy has started. His car's not looking too nice on these exits. Now we have a good fight. Hey Ingrid, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Let's go for that lead. Get that Ferrari power. That could be close enough for a good dive. Oh, I looked up the rear. And it went wide as well though. Good defending. Traffic coming up. Oh, whoa. Man, what a rejoin. More traffic. Oh yeah, no, what the hell? Pulling on the handbrake. So now maybe I can show you the magic with the final turn. No, I can't, because I'm too stupid for making it stick in the first place. Ah. I went a slightly little bit too deep. If I could have better kept my line, I would have had Yanni's entry so much compromised that I could be close enough on the exit. But okay, it is what it is. I need to dive that Porsche. Oh, come on! Damn it. Foxy Queenie Gaming, thank you very much for your subscription on our YouTube channel. Welcome to the run. 90 minutes of Fuji. Top split, we're fighting for the win. 6/10 down. That traffic may enable the move, depending on where we're both hitting it. Yeah, and it will hit it into the top left-hander on the hill here, which is getting me close. Bro, you can be so happy with that GTE being on the inside. Just allowing me pinching in. Yanni doing this really smart here. What's safe to say is a fierce battle, right? Trying to keep the nose out of the dirty air so we can rotate. Oh, this traction out of turn 4 is so strong. Fate FN, thank you so much for the sub. Guys, and if you appreciate the fight, if you appreciate what we're doing here, please have a follow on Twitch, give this video a like, subscribe on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already, as we're trying to hunt down Yanni ahead. Too far back now. Ah! Dr. Starkstrom, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so Yanni is a good mile ahead now. Box. Not this lap, but hashtag soon. I can see we're both not saving the fuel right now. But I think I need you guys' help to see what is the duration we need to go in that race still. And this time I have a blast of an exit out of 4. Dr. Starkstrom, I'm pressing the TC override button, which disengages the traction control for as long as I'm pushing the button. No way. Did Yanni or did me? Who of us disconnected? You got to be kidding me. I see the other dots still moving. Bro, that game. That game just killed an awesome fight, man. Yeah, and he's dropping down the lead. Ducky DK, thank you so much for the sub. Jane Simoncic has left the race. That sucks big time. Ah, bro, you got a feel for him. It is such a BS. Hey Joel. So, here's Jules Neal though, 2.3 seconds back. I haven't noticed that we didn't really gap him, to be honest. Then I think, yeah, either he disconnected or his game crashed, I don't know. Rift Blonde, are you still here? By chance? Ooh, almost locked the rear. His PC died, so he blue screened. Are you joking? So it happened again. He's so unlucky with that. So 8 laps till the pits. Hey Jaden, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining. Yeah, apparently I think his PC must have got another blue screen in. So something's acting up on his machine and he wasn't quite able to fix that yet. Hey Mr. Bombastic. So, before I'm completely losing the focus now, let's focus on Jules Neal behind 1.4 seconds down. And this could still be a tight race because we're coming up on that pit stop and there is 2 opportunities that you wanna, well, we can face. The one of that being taking fresh tires, investing 12 seconds into a fresh set of rubbers, plus another 3 or 4 seconds to heat them up. Or keep the old rubber and try nursing it home. And for that purpose, I think we need to start considering how much laps still to go. So 46 minutes times 60 plus presumably 40, and that minus 70 from a pit stop divided by 89, which means there's 31 laps from here. Which makes 36 minus 31. Five laps less required, so... almost lost it. Bear with me, brain. 35, so 30 by 35 is what we need to refuel. Be probably close but safe enough, just 86%, so it's not going to be a full pit stop. Alex Day, hello. Only 2 tires would be an opportunity as well, but I think I'd just rather take 4. So thanks to all the calculation and the pushing from before, we've significantly killed our tires. And given away a little bit of a fuel advantage. I expect Jules Neal to come in. I almost clipped the battery, oh my god. To come in soon, as in next 4 laps I'm expecting him. And then again, the question is, over 30 laps, does it make sense to have a fresh set of rubber compared to an old set? And I think that is like 4/10 a lap you need to make good, you need to make up. And especially in the third sector where it's all about that mechanical grip, I think it is a wise idea to do so. Hey Charlie. Well, it has the fact that Le Mans Ultimate decided to give a realistic balance of performance to these hypercars, which effectively sees the real world condition where Ferrari, Porsche and Toyota are the best cars in the grid, like generally speaking. Not by a huge mile, but just generally they are the quickest hypercars around. And I think that is replicated here in the game as well. Igo Racing, big F indeed. Is Yanni live again now? This is what happens when we press that button too soon. Hey, Nucleid. Oh, rotate. The Porsche should be on a stepping stone, really, like we saw Yanni now with the BMW being more than up to speed. And I would consider the BMW... Oof, Jules goes deep too. The BMW should be a little bit further away from the Porsche in the first place. So if Yanni can be around the Ferrari with the BMW, I think the Porsche can actually be ahead. It's just, of course, those three cars are also the most popular, most iconic brands for many and most easy to drive to an extent as well. So that obviously plays a major role, as we can imagine. So, across the line, energy for 4 laps remaining. Personally, I'm a big fan from the looks of the Ferrari. I would love to see that Ferrari with my own branded colors. That would look probably amazing. In X, we will see as soon as Le Mans Ultimate is able to do servers and stuff. We'll probably know more about that. Bro, I almost 31. He's stupid. I almost would have overfueled big time. This is less. 61 laps. Are we gonna do 36? Bro, your brain. What the hell? And that divided by 35. So 71% of fuel can. Still mean the tires will need to do another 2/3. I mean, obviously that means I'm not only need to do 4/10 per lap faster, but more like 6. Let's see. If Jules Niels is changing the tires, I might be safe anyway. If he keeps the tires, then we have a stretch to go for. I'm not optimal on the strategies here lately, I admit that. So, 71% of energy though. And I need to pee so badly. So I need to box myself anyway, and might lose valuable seconds, as I think the stationary time for the fuel is only going to be 41 seconds. Like fuel and tires both together. That will be... oof, close! I'm sadly again in that window of Jules where he can be that close that he can create weight turbulence underneath the rear end of my car, which can create a moment here or there. Anyway, I think he's gonna go in now. Yeah, so I saved one lap of fuel over him, which in hindsight means 2 or 3 seconds less stationary in the pit stop. Again, despite it is already quite cold, 27 degrees is just enough for heating up the tire, so I will go for another set of tires. If that is a mistake or not, we will see. Most importantly, I need to box myself real quick in time. Winter! You turn the engine off at the end of the straight? No. If anything, I pull the clutch, which makes the RPM drop to neutral. Turning the engine off would be next level though. But that is not worth it. If anything goes wrong, you'll be hyperly doomed. So Niels is still in. That to me alone means he gets fresh set of tires, which I'm only going to do the same thing with. Box. Richie, run! Yes, we good, we're there. Where did the mouse drop? Oh. Yes. The car consumes less fuel than when I'm... No, the car uses more fuel when I'm clutching than when I'm just coasting, but the car loses less speed. So either of us has screwed up massively. What has Jules Neal done? 8 seconds back. Has he overfueled, or have I been underfueling? To my calculation, it's still 24 laps to go, 25. Or was it just his outlap that had to be that slow? Yes, because when you pull the clutch, the car needs fuel to stay in idle. Whereas when you are just lifting the throttle, the engine keeps going from the drivetrain friction on the road. So I assume joules will come roughly down to 3 seconds till my tires are up for speed and up for temperature. The good news is though, I don't need to do any fuel saving whatsoever anymore. Just could go flat out. Obviously not gonna burn up the tire here. Just trying to keep it as easy as possible and necessary. Mark has an insane amount of gap here. What do you mean by clutching at only 80%? For example, the car wouldn't have time to reach the idle and should slow down less. What do you mean reaching 80%? So you need to be smart here now, of course. As much as we don't... This is an interesting strategic situation here. As much as we don't need to fuel save, we still need to make sure to be quick, because the slower we go, the more the tires will cool out, and eventually they might drop under the temperature cliff. So as much as we can also take it easy and just try and bring it home safely, we need to be sort of pushing a little bit in order to keep those temperatures in the tires up. As now track temp is still 27 degrees, but as you can see, night is falling, which effectively means the moment our temperature is dropping too far, we're gonna start sliding even more. Yes, that might bring a little bit of temperature back, but it is much easier to go full send and just try to keep the temperature up that way, rather than being in a low grip situation. Current tire temperature is slightly below 70, so this is not really hot. Not really warmed up at all either. You will see me pushing a little here. Obviously trying not to kill the tire, but at the same time here, it is the rear where it starts sliding and coming over us, which needs to be prohibited at any point really. Be on the edge and braking. That will give you more of a temperature edge on the tire, and then you see straight away car is much more agile, much more rotating, at the same time much more stable. And you see our delta is just going up, or going down in that aspect. almost into the 27s. You see what I mean? This turn 1 has been like way later on the braking now, the exit being a lot faster. Now the clutch slip point is not going to help you really, because the clutch still, or the drivetrain is still going to sit on the engine, causing a friction. The minimum friction you get with the full clutch being engaged. It's like in a road car. If you're driving a standard shifter car, watch what your speed is doing when you let the throttle go from 80 kph and keep the gear in. And watch what the speed is doing when you let the throttle go and just press the clutch. And you'll see you'll lose much less speed. However, obviously in a race car, you'll only use a fraction of fuel as well. Keeping the car on idle, whether like as in comparison to when you keep it pushing. Hey Aaron, how does the TC power cut affect the car? Do you always set 100% brake pressure? Usually yes, I try to set 100% brake pressure at all times. Just that all the brake pressure is available in the beginning, because with the amount of downforce that's going over the car on airflow, on the initial braking point, 100% brake rise is actually doable. And the TC cut means how hard is the engine being cut when the TC slip is kicking in. So the TC slip is deciding as in at what slip angle, how much sideways, how much different speed between left and right rear tire is allowed before the TC kicks in. And when the TC then kicks in, it is down to the cut as in how hard it kicks in, how much power it takes away. Whether it just takes a fraction of powers and can still like slide wheel spin the tires, or whether it takes a full chunk of power away. And therefore make sure that the wheel spin doesn't happen, but at the same time you lose a huge amount of power. That's the difference behind it. Yes, Alex, but at the same time, as much as the clutch is not fully disengaged or engaged, yes, indeed, it will tune the RPMs, not going to idle, but at the same time it still will create the friction on the engine. And as I believe the friction on the engine is more hurting than the fuel being burned, I rather will completely engage the clutch for maximum efficiency. Because, you know, let's face it, in the moment when I'm coasting, I'm using like 0.02 liters per second, maybe 0.01. That is literally not much at all. And it just outweighs a tenth of time, like the other way around. When you are just coasting, not reducing the friction by the drivetrain, the moment you start lifting, you lose 50 thousandths, let's say. And you do that for 30 times in one single corner. That means you have lost 1.5 seconds just from not clutching. However, at the same time, you're only burning an additional of 0.3 liters, which in refuel time is, I think, 1/10 of a second or 2/10 of a second. So that way, you rather burn a little bit more fuel and refuel that at your next pit stop for, let's say, 0.3, 0.4 seconds, instead of losing 1.5 seconds on the track. You get what I mean? DHV, I would say so. iRacing probably would say no. And the iRacing fanboys, I'm not sure. I saw a couple of iRacing fanboys actually acknowledging the quality of Le Mans Ultimate Physics, so I take that as a... yeah, it's decent enough. Personally, I think that Le Mans Ultimate is really strong physics-wise. I have to admit though that I've never actually raced a real race car, so it's hard for me to tell the reality, right? $16 laps to go, 16 laps of fuel, amazing. Rella. This is currently my main sim, absolutely. There might be a survey happening soon where I ask you guys for your interest beyond Le Mans Ultimate, just to diversify a little on the racing content. Actually, just trying to get my thoughts going. And then we'll take it from there. So, Jules, Neil is picking up the pace. Which means, as much as I love just driving and talking to you, I need to see to pick up the pace a little bit myself as well. Otherwise it's going to be very tight in the end of the race. And that is surely something that I don't want to have. And all it takes is like one spin, one huge mistake, or a bunch of bad traffic laps. And suddenly Jules is on my rear and putting me under pressure. Nothing I want to have. Well, I hope AC Evo is going to be disappointing for everyone that thinks AC Evo is going to be the next big esport thing when it comes to racing, because I think it does not. I think it will be like an AC1 with refurbished stuff. In fact, I might have a video coming your way from AC Evo from the Simracing Expo. I just need to do the editing stuff still. And I'm not going to roast AC Evo, of course, but I'm just gonna be bloody honest with you. And what I feel, how I feel towards it, with having Le Mans Ultimate, with having R-Factor 2 in mind, with having my latest ACC consideration in mind, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I don't think AC Evo will be a bad thing. In general, it might be a new boost for the Simracing branch as such. But, you know, ACC esport people be like, yeah, ACC is dead and AC Evo is going to be the next big thing. Well, it might be, but not in the way that esport people would love to see it. I'm pretty sure that AC Evo is going to be more focused on the way Assetto Corsa 1 has been in the past, which will be for all the modders, which will be for all the casual drivers. And I think, remembering it correctly from the way it felt at Simracing Expo, I wouldn't call it a simcade, but, well, you can call it a simcade if you would call Assetto Corsa 1 being a simcade, because that's really how it feels. AC Evo felt very close to Assetto Corsa 1 with a little bit of R-Factor 2-ish behavior on exits. Something that you could say about Assetto Corsa 1 as well. So yeah, we have seen a pre-alpha or whatever, but then it's only like 3 or 4 more months till the game's going to be finished. So we see with Le Mans Ultimate, there's not too much happening on the physics side anymore till the release, I assume. And online racing going to be $6 per month by SimGrid, I think. I mean, they were smart in a way, right? They said, like, let's not deal with a competition system ourselves and sort it out to someone that is specialized on it, which is SimGrid, which would be Low-Fuel Motorsport, Grid Finder, or any other, like, competition creating online platform. Sorry, Jerome, didn't want to scare you. Okay, I'll need to pick up the pace though. Hey Steve, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I agree, East Coast Drive. I think it will be very appealing for the casual drivers indeed. I don't know, why would you also switch from iRacing to Le Mans Ultimate? I mean, since I'm not doing iRacing currently, I can't answer that question properly, but maybe you guys can. Yeah, but first we need to create the player base on Le Mans Ultimate, let's say. I think that is the biggest concern we have right now, as being Le Mans Ultimate enthusiasts, right? But do you expect that new tire model to be significantly different to what it is right now? Because I haven't been a fan of either of the latest 3 or 4 tire models on iRacing. I've had a conversation with Greg West on Simracing Expo for like a good hour. I pinched a couple of questions at him towards what I consider being the biggest issues on being the biggest issues on iRacing right now, which to me is tire model, netcode, and like general behavior of the cars. And they keep stressing about like it is the real thing, and they keep stressing about like Max Verstappen is saying that it is like the closest to real life, and so on and so on and so on. And you know, I'm not going to further comment on that because I have not the expertise of asking a Max Verstappen about it, and of obviously I'm not having the expertise on judging how well iRacing really does. However, there was something that got me, and you know, it's fair to say that I agree with him to disagree on it, but he kept saying that no racing game is having a better netcodes than iRacing. It's just a different way they are doing it. And what he was saying, like, rFactor 2 and Le Mans Ultimate has a hitbox, which is true in a way. So whenever there is like contact with a car, you see both car models sort of interfering into each other. Sometimes they also interfere into each other, and there is no huge contact at all. However, on iRacing it's the other way around. Like, the actual outer body of a car is, well, not the crash model, but is obviously the 3D object as a, like, I would still consider it being a hitbox. So every sharp edge of a car on iRacing is the edge of the hitbox as well, which is why a front wing breaks that nicely on iRacing, which is why they can do the fancy stuff with the car parts deforming and then flying off. Remember, on rFactor 2 and so on, either you lose a rear wing or you keep it. It's not like half of the rear wing is missing like what we see in iRacing, so I give them to that. However, he was saying it is more realistic to have that kind of approach and then have to accept that sometimes you're missing or losing stuff of the car because you have like a ghost hit when being side by side with someone 50 centimeters apart. He says that is more realistic and more favorable over two hitboxes with the 3D car models interfering and crossing with each other. Now, I'll leave that to you, what you guys consider being the better opportunity. I, for myself, when I go wheel to wheel with the eSport people here on Le Mans Ultimate, I would rather have a car models maybe slightly interfering instead of having a crash when they clearly never touched. What they obviously claim on iRacing side is that in the real world you would never interfere with a different car as such, so it's not realistic. But then again, I then said, like, it's also not realistic that you receive a hit from a ghost hit that never existed. And then he answered that with being like, that is the border of, or the, yeah, like the extreme case or the end of what is possible in the IT world, that you can never assure a netcode to be that precise between continents, that this is not going to happen. Which, yeah, to an extent I agree with him. But at the end of the day, also here on the Mans Ultimate, you have US people and Asian people racing against the Europeans. I'd still say that the netcode is good enough in order to assure cars gonna be easily predictable and separable. So yeah, it was a bit of a putt-putt situation, I think, where I like, nah, I can't really agree with what you say, but I get the point that you're trying to raise, and I get the idea where you're coming from. But yeah, that was just me. J Sita Great, thank you for the follow, and Mdudakis, thank you also for the follow on the Twitch channel. Appreciate you guys' time and joining the stream. But yeah, I'll leave it to you guys what you think about this, and how do you wanna consider that situation. It is really something personally that keeps me away from iRacing, is that map here. For me, there is nothing worse than going side by side with someone and getting the car like toasted because some system is calculating we are like matching each other despite we're still 50, 60, 70 centimeters separated. That to me is much worse than the unrealistic approach of hitboxes or like car chassis overlapping each other. And then again, I think I've also seen occasions in iRacing where it's like you interfered into each other and someone got a massive hit on the car and your car is like not even a scratch on it. So I think there is a little bit of, yeah, of flex in that speech. DHV, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber here on the channel. I really appreciate it. Hope you're gonna further enjoy the more ultimate content that we're going to do. Also going to be on R Factor 2 next week. Virtual Endurance Championship, 8 hours of Monza is coming up in the BMW M4. It's going to be a horrendous race again for the BMW, but yeah, like, we just keep going at it, trying to have a little bit of fun. And then on Wednesday, guys, the Assetto Corsa Competizione, the Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship, round 4. I think it's Barcelona next. I need to check though. That is going to be happening this Wednesday. We're gonna have some practice for that tomorrow. Then of course on Tuesday, video on demand, the more ultimate live reaction clips. The more Ultimate GT3 is coming this year, that's a confirmed info. I cannot confirm the information, but I hear these rumors a lot. That is going to be this year, so let's assume, since we hear so much rumors about it, that this might actually be true. Pitchy. What do you mean? I hope it's not another rain race. Yeah, I think what they said in that what's coming video, and I still owe my own edited version of that video to you. I think what they've said is at least 2 GT3 cars are coming, and they showed some 3D renders or 3D models of that already. So I think that is confirmed indeed. We're gonna see some GT3s likely to hit at the end, or until the end of the year. What I haven't just seen yet is a confirmation as in when the stuff's gonna drop. I think GT3s is going to be important for the sales team. Shit. Ah, damn it. This is where the fastest lap went down the drain. DHV, I really hope these servers and all that stuff is coming soon. I would also be happy with a subscription model, to be honest, where we pay a couple of euros a month in order to be able to do service, custom liveries, like whatever leagues would need to have in order to operate a full racing league, you know. Shit. No, I'm not gonna score fastest lap here, I think. I mean, I have it, but I'm not going to improve it, I'm afraid. Although tires are as good as never. Well, let's see. Maximum grid size in Le Mans Ultimate, I think, on Le Mans is about 60... 65? There's a shitload amount. So guys, one more, or two more laps to go. No, one more lap to go after this one. For a moment I thought I was short on fuel. I got them on Simracing Expo. On the field guys themselves. There's always going to be some leeway according to how much from the electric engine you're going to use, so you can't always be 100% spot on. But usually what I'm trying to do is I go a couple of laps in a way that I'm not using any, like I'm neutral in the battery state of charge, and once that is achieved I kind of know how much fuel I need per lap. If you really want to be 100% perfect, then you want to burn all your electric energy on the outlap. Put maximum regen, maximum deploy. And you do a couple of laps and therefore measure your fuel usage of these laps. And that's telling you then what is your fuel usage per whatever percent of electric of total energy that you're burning. Finishing together with a GTE leader. That's an achievement. Very good race by Mark. Has lapped the entire grid. What a legend. Right, guys. That's it. That is the 90-minute race done. I'm not sure what Yana is up to in the meanwhile. It's such a shame to see him have an issue. It's total BS, to be honest. Also need to see, like, where is everyone else? Have we really also lapped the entire grid apart from P2? No. I think Arda Akar is, yeah, he's still coming to the finish, but he's also coming to the finish. He's done already, though. How can we see your safety rank? You're gonna see it soon when we're back on the in-game sheet on the main menu. The HV, I am running Huizingfeld sprints. Yeah, and guys, once again, if you appreciate the stream, if you love our content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe us on the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch, make this community grow, support our stream that way. And of course, if you want to support us any further, check out the links in the video description below. There's donation links, there is social media links, there is membership recommendations, and so on. Thank you, Jerome. Also, kudos to you. How happy are you with P8? I hope enough. I hope good. Hey, the fried egg. How was your dinner? Right, so the Le Mans Ultimate online system being down whenever you are rejoining out of a race, so that takes a little moment till it comes back to life. We'll see it in a moment, though. Not being lapped was the target. Well, that happened quite early, though, right? Like 20 minutes to go. Again, ultimate shame that that we lost Yanni on the way. Great stuff. The fried egg, great stuff. Okay, let's have a look to the safety rank that you guys are interested in. I'll have to quickly restart this game, which is a shame though. But here we go. Here we go again, online. So, safety rank is Platinum 3 full build. The maximum you can have on the game or on the system. And our final result also, I'm not even sure if it indicates what we would have had. If you look at the rank breakdown, yeah, it says 0%, 12% on a gold driver rank, which is important though, as we're closely coming back to gold 2 soon. So we had 2 invalid laps, 3 times contact. I guess we would have gained like 10% on the platina, but it is like, we're at the upper end, like you can't get any higher than this. Thank you, the fried egg, much appreciated. Guys, that was race number 99. Next race is going to be our centenary. Obviously, we're not doing this for 100 years, but it's going to be the 100th race for us. Which we're going to do. So let's see when this is happening. I'm afraid it might be next week Sunday, to be honest. Let's see how this goes. Anyway, guys, with that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. Gonna get you on to a raid on Twitch. Let's see who's live. Probably F1 people are getting ready for the watch-alongs. I'm gonna send you over to Infratic. He's on F1 24. Good guy. We will hang out with him on Simracing at Expo. Give him a follow. Guy is iconic. Is a Ferrari guy. And I think he's looking very much forward to today's race, because I think Ferrari guys have a chance for a 1-2 here. Guys, with that, have a good start into the week. Once again, if you haven't done already, follow us on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel, give the video a like, and come back for more streaming this week. Follow us on social media, because tomorrow the stream plan is going to go out, so you guys know what is happening during the week. And with that, guys, have a good one. See you, and bye bye.